Archangel Michael says, "This moment is not an accident. The fact that your eyes are on these words is a sign that something sacred, sealed for years, has just been released. This is not routine. This is not casual. A decision in the spiritual realm has been made about you, one you were not meant to hear until now. But the veil has been pulled back sooner than expected, because the timing of your life has shifted right now. A hidden clock has started ticking. In the unseen, forces are moving, some in your favor, others against you. Someone somewhere has whispered your name in a conversation you were not invited to join. That whisper carried more than sound, it carried intent, and in that intent, a plan began to form. Archangel Michael reveals that something which belongs to you legally, spiritually, emotionally has been tampered with. It could be a signature altered on purpose, an object moved without your knowledge, or words twisted in your absence. This was not carelessness. It was design. You were meant to miss the shift, but heaven would not allow it. In the last day, you may have felt an unexplainable heaviness in your chest, a sudden unease in your stomach, or the sense of being watched. These are not random. They are your spirit's way of warning your body. You are not imagining it. The air itself carries a vibration that only the spiritually alert can feel. You will notice strange repetitions, numbers appearing again and again, a name surfacing in unexpected places, a symbol that follows you from dream to waking. These are not coincidences, they are markers placed so you would not miss what is unfolding. Someone you once trusted has been pretending to guard your interests, yet behind closed doors they have spoken in ways that would wound you if you heard the truth. Their mask is slipping. Within a short time they will reveal themselves not through words, but through an action so small yet so telling that you will never see them the same again. Archangel Michael says you must remain calm but alert. Do not dismiss sudden changes in tone, body language, or attention from those around you. What looks like kindness may be quiet investigation. Your reactions are being measured more than your words. Stay composed. Heaven is watching them even closer than they are watching you. A moment is coming sooner than you expect, when your silence will hold more power than anything you could say. This is your first warning. The gate to your next chapter is beginning to open, but only for the prepared. The choice to step through must be yours. Type Amen in the comments if you have recently felt the shift. Your agreement is your confirmation, Archangel Michael says. Here is what you didn't know. The moment you began reading, a hidden signal was triggered in the spiritual realm. A message was sent to the watchers assigned to you, and now the air around your life is shifting. You may not hear the change, but you will feel it, a faint pull in your chest, a sudden pause in your thoughts, a silence that carries weight. Someone close to you has been studying your movements. Not out of love, out of calculation, they have been watching for patterns when you leave, where you sit, what you share without thinking. They know more than they should, because someone else has been feeding them information. The web is tighter than you realize, but heaven has already begun to cut through its threads. This person is tied to a conversation you were not meant to hear. In that conversation, your name was used as leverage, as a way to gain favor with another. It may have happened days ago or hours ago, but the echo of it is still moving toward you, and when it reaches you, it will arrive in disguise. Archangel Michael warns that the disguise will be thin. Watch for a sudden change in voice or tone when they speak to you. A laugh that feels hollow. A question that seems harmless but scratches too close to your truth. These are not accidents, they are spiritual tests designed to measure your awareness. In the next 48 hours, you may notice someone getting closer than usual. They might offer help, share concern, or even bring a gift, but behind their smile is a search. They are looking for cracks in your guard. This is not kindness, it is reconnaissance. Your stillness will be your shield. Objects in your space may shift again, a small item moved, a paper misplaced, a door left slightly ajar. These are not mistakes, they are intentional disruptions meant to confuse your memory. The one responsible believes you will not notice, but you will. Your spiritual radar is active now. There is a woman with influence, perhaps in your workplace, your neighborhood, or your extended circle, who has been involved in delaying something that is rightfully yours. She inserted herself into decisions she had no authority to make, but her influence is thinning. Heaven is pulling her away from the levers she once held. Soon something she signed will be undone, and your name will be placed where it belongs. You will also begin to notice subtle spiritual signs, the ringing in your ear, the flicker of light in an empty room, a shadow that passes too quickly to belong to anyone nearby. These are not random, they are confirmations that the watchers are near. Archangel Michael says a paper connected to your life was altered intentionally. The handwriting or signature might look almost right, but it holds a subtle flaw. That flaw is the key. Heaven will make sure it is discovered at the right moment, reversing what was meant to harm you. Before the next moon rises, a name will reach you spoken in a dream, overheard in passing, or written where you least expect it. Do not dismiss it. That name is the link between the false concern in your life and the root of the delay you have been facing. Once you know it, your discernment will sharpen beyond doubt. A man with a familiar voice will try to re-enter your circle. He will speak peace, but he will carry confusion. His timing is not for restoration, it is for information. Heaven will give you the strength to let his words pass without pulling you back into old patterns. You may feel tempted to confront, to demand answers. But Archangel Michael says, for now, hold your questions, let the truth reveal itself without your push. Spiritual battles are won in silence as much as in action. Type Amen in the comments if you've felt an unexplained shift in the air around you this week. Your awareness is the first step in turning the tide. Archangel Michael says, now we go deeper. What you are about to hear will change the way you see the last season of your life. This is not guesswork. This is not imagination. Heaven has watched as layers of deception have been stacked around you like walls, but the cracks are now spreading. They have discovered something about you, something they thought you would never find out about yourself. It is not a secret of weakness, but of strength. In a hidden conversation, your ability, your influence, and your connection to a coming opportunity were discussed with a level of urgency you would not expect. The moment your name was spoken, a new plan was made to keep you out of reach, but the same plan has become their undoing. Archangel Michael says, the person who has been circling you carries a fear they will never admit aloud. They have watched your endurance through betrayal, your quiet strength in the face of subtle humiliation, and it unsettles them. They counted on you breaking, they counted on you disappearing into silence without fight. But you didn't. That resistance has drawn spiritual protection to you like a shield. Look back on the moments you dismissed as strange in the past weeks. The phone call that felt slightly off, the misplaced item you assumed was your own oversight, the sudden change in someone's attitude toward you without explanation. None of these were random. Each one was a step in a larger movement to test your boundaries and your awareness. You are being reminded of past wounds for a reason. A person who once stood beside you during a difficult time did so not out of pure loyalty but out of self-interest. Now, their tie to you is being severed in the unseen. This is not to leave you alone, it is to clear the space for those who are truly aligned with your destiny. Archangel Michael reveals that the paper, contract, or agreement with your name that was altered will soon resurface. When it does, it will not only be corrected in your favor, but it will also expose the hands that changed it. What was meant to remove you will instead reinstate you with greater authority. This is a divine reversal. In the next 72 hours, you will be given a sign so precise that you cannot mistake it. It may come in the form of a repeated number that follows you all day, an object appearing unexpectedly, or a phrase that feels like an echo from another time in your life. When you notice it, pause. The timing is not accidental. It will align with a turning point that only you are meant to witness. A female figure with power, perhaps connected to your workplace, community, or extended family, has been subtly blocking your advancement. She has inserted herself into decisions, whispered her version of your story, and positioned herself as an authority over something that is not hers to control. Her influence is now unraveling. Watch as she begins to retreat or redirect her focus elsewhere. The shift will be sudden, and it will free a path you thought was permanently closed. Archangel Michael says a truth buried for years is beginning to rise. You will hear it in fragments, a detail here, a slip of the tongue there. These fragments will connect into a picture you could not have pieced together before, and when the picture is complete, you will understand why certain doors were closed to you in the past. Your spiritual senses are being heightened now. You may wake in the night for no reason, hear faint noises without a source, or feel a warmth along your shoulders as if someone is standing just behind you. Do not fear this. It is the presence of your protection, adjusting your awareness to the pace of what is unfolding. You must now act in silence. Resist the urge to broadcast what you are learning. The one who waits to see your reaction will be unnerved by your stillness. That confusion is your shield. The longer you remain steady, the more mistakes they will make trying to draw you out. Archangel Michael says, the days ahead are not about proving yourself to others, they are about stepping fully into the role heaven has already written for you. And when the final piece is placed, the ones who spoke against you will have no choice but to witness your elevation. Type Amen in the comments if you are ready for the truth to surface in full. Your agreement will open the space for it to arrive. Archangel Michael says, the window is narrowing. What is meant for you is already in motion, but other hands are reaching for it. The spiritual alignment happening right now will not remain open indefinitely. There is movement around your name, movement that will either place you where you belong or attempt to remove you entirely. Someone else knows about this shift. They have sensed that something has been approved in your favor and are scrambling to intercept it before it reaches you. Their steps are quick, but the divine timing is quicker. Still, every hour matters. Archangel Michael warns that before midnight on the third day, a critical decision will be made concerning your path. You will not be in the room when it happens, but the energy of your preparation will reach into that moment. If you are spiritually aligned, clear in thought, steady in heart, the decision will bend toward you. If you are distracted or drawn into trivial conflict, the opening may narrow. This is why you must guard your focus now. In the coming hours, you may receive a call, a message, or a casual invitation that seems harmless, but is meant to pull you away from your center. They will frame it as urgency, as if something will fall apart without your presence, but the real goal is to ensure you are not spiritually present when your name is spoken in the higher place. There will also be an object, document, or small package connected to you that will be delayed. This delay will frustrate you if you see it only in the physical, but in the spiritual, it is protection keeping it from reaching you while eyes are still watching. The moment those eyes turn elsewhere, it will arrive safely in your hands. Archangel Michael says the one watching you now does not realize they are being watched more closely by heaven. They are taking notes on your reactions, testing your patience, and waiting for you to give away what you know. Silence will serve you better than explanation. Within 48 hours, expect to overhear a fragment of conversation not meant for you. The words may seem incomplete, even out of context, but one detail, a name, a number, a place will connect to something you have recently seen or felt. That connection will confirm who has been moving against you. There is also a competitive element in the spiritual space right now. More than one person desires what is about to be placed in your path. One of them will try to charm their way into favor, another will try to diminish you subtly so they appear stronger. Neither will succeed if you remain unmoved. Archangel Michael says the next few days will carry false scarcity. Someone will speak as if your opportunity is limited, as if others are closer to claiming it. They will try to ignite a fear of missing out so that you rush your actions or abandon your discernment. Resist this pressure. What is truly yours does not vanish when you stand firm, it solidifies. Before the end of this cycle, a small but telling event will occur. A message, a glance, or a misplaced object will reveal that the people competing for your position or blessing are already beginning to turn on one another. Their alliance was only built on a shared desire to block you. Without that unity, they will unravel. Archangel Michael says, what happens next depends on your ability to move with precision. Do not waste words. Do not volunteer information. Guard your energy as you would guard a priceless treasure. Type Amen in the comments if you are ready to stand still while the rush passes you by so that what is yours arrives untouched. Archangel Michael says, heaven has seen your struggle, every unseen tear, every silent moment where you carried weight no one else noticed. The battles you fought without telling anyone have not been ignored. What you thought was isolation was preservation, removing you from the noise so your spirit could hear clearly. You have been overlooked when you deserved recognition. You have given without expectation, only to watch others take and vanish. You have shown kindness to those who mistook it for weakness. Yet here you are still standing, still able to feel the pull of truth when it approaches. That strength was not accidental. It was built in you for this exact moment. Archangel Michael says your suffering has not been wasted. Every moment of delay, every door that shut, every betrayal that left you questioning your worth, these were shaping tools in the hands of the divine. They were not punishments, they were preparations, and the reward forming now matches the depth of the pain you endured. There is someone in your life who thought your generosity meant you would never set boundaries. They tested that belief again and again, taking pieces of your energy, your resources, your trust, but your silence recently has unsettled them. They can feel the shift, even if they cannot explain it. They know something is changing in you, and they fear that change. Archangel Michael says you are stepping into a season where the people who doubted you will have to watch your rise. Some will try to reconnect, claiming they always believed in you. Others will pretend nothing happened, hoping to blend back into your life unnoticed. You will have the wisdom to see the difference between genuine return and disguised intrusion. You may remember moments where you wanted to give up entirely, when you thought the weight was too much to carry and the road too long to walk, but even then, something inside you, call it instinct, faith, or the whisper of your guardian, kept you moving forward. That inner voice was not just you, it was the presence of the one guiding you here. Archangel Michael says there will be a moment soon when a memory from your past will rise so suddenly, it will take your breath away. You will smell a scent, hear a sound, or see an object that pulls you instantly into that memory. It will not be to cause you pain, it will be to remind you of how far you have come, and to show you what you will never return to. Your story is not just survival, it is transformation. You have been in the shadows long enough now. Your light is beginning to push outward, and not everyone will celebrate it. That is not your burden to carry. Your responsibility is to protect the space where your growth is happening. Archangel Michael says there is a community, seen or unseen, that is standing with you in this rise. You may not know their names, but their prayers, thoughts, and energy have been aligning with yours. You are not walking into this next chapter alone. You are walking with the strength of those who have been quietly rooting for your victory. Your journey has created a story that will inspire others who are still in the place you once stood. They will look at you and wonder how you kept going. They will see the quiet power in your steps and know that they too can rise from where they are. This is not the time to shrink back. It is the time to own your space, speak your truth when it's needed, and withhold your voice when silence is more powerful. Type Amen in the comments if you feel the shift from survival into transformation. This agreement marks your readiness for what comes next. Archangel Michael says, what is being released to you now will touch both the spiritual and the physical. The change you feel in the atmosphere, the slight pressure in your chest, the quiet clarity settling in your mind, these are all signs that something once withheld is now crossing into your reach. This is not chance. It is the fulfillment of a moment prepared long before you knew to expect it. There is a document being prepared with your name on it. At first glance, it may look ordinary: an agreement, a confirmation, a legal notice, but read closely when it arrives. Hidden in its lines is the proof that what was once blocked has been set in motion. The position, asset, or opportunity linked to you has been claimed in your favor. You will see corrections where mistakes once stood, reversals where your name had been removed. This is not random. It is restoration by design. Archangel Michael reveals that a financial matter tied to your name has been under quiet review. Someone tried to alter the flow to redirect what was yours or freeze it so it would never reach you. They thought you would not notice the missing pieces, but their interference created only a delay, not a denial. Heaven has already rerouted the blessing, ensuring that when it arrives, it comes clean, untouched by the hands that sought to distort it. There may also be property, inheritance, or a valuable item connected to your past that is returning. You may hear whispers of it through someone else, see it listed or mentioned unexpectedly, or even find it placed directly in your path. This return will mean more than material gain. It will serve as evidence that what truly belongs to you cannot be erased, stolen, or claimed by another without consequence. In your work or calling, a quiet shift has already begun. Your name is being spoken in rooms you have never entered, by voices you do not yet know. These conversations are aligning you with invitations, platforms, and spaces that will stretch your influence far beyond your current circle. Some of these offers will come without explanation, as if from nowhere. That is because they were being prepared long before you were aware of them. Archangel Michael says there is also a relationship, perhaps one strained by misunderstanding or broken entirely, that will find a moment of alignment. This is not to return to the past but to close the door cleanly. A few words exchanged, a glance or a small unexpected gesture will carry the weight of years. The heaviness you have carried from this will finally lift, leaving you lighter than you have felt in a long time. Hidden among your current path is a resource you have yet to recognize. It may appear as a person, a sudden introduction, an old skill resurfacing, or even an overlooked piece of information. When it reveals itself, it will be exactly what you need to bridge the space between where you stand and the next level of your journey. This is why you must stay alert. Guidance often comes dressed in ordinary moments. There will also be an item, letter, or message you come across that at first seems unimportant, but as you look at it again, you will recognize a detail, a name, a date, a symbol that ties directly into what you are waiting for. This is your confirmation that the unseen has become visible. Archangel Michael reminds you, this is not luck. This is alignment, precision, and spiritual order taking physical form. Every block, every delay, every hidden scheme against you has been met with correction. You will see the proof not just in promises, but in tangible reality, a signature restored, a deposit made, a key in your hand, or a door swinging open where you once found it locked. Type Amen in the comments if you are ready to receive what is yours in full. Your agreement marks the moment the blessing moves from the unseen into your hands. Archangel Michael says, the decision has been made. Your name has been spoken in the higher realm, and the seal over your path has been broken. The delay is over. The gate is open. This is not a vague promise, it is a declaration that what has been circling your life is now aligning in your favor. In the next few days, there will be a moment when time feels as if it slows. You might be standing still, walking somewhere familiar, or even in the middle of an ordinary conversation, but you will feel it. A sudden stillness, a weight and lightness, all at once. This will be the moment heaven marks as your shift. Archangel Michael reveals that someone who once believed they had the power to block you will experience a reversal of their own influence. Where they once controlled decisions or access, they will find the doors closing to them and opening to you. Their name will fade from conversations where yours will begin to rise. This is not revenge, it is divine order being restored. You will overhear or receive a piece of information soon that seems out of place. It may be a half-finished sentence, a slip of the tongue, or an unguarded admission. That moment will be your confirmation that the truth is surfacing without you chasing it. You will not need to argue, defend, or prove yourself. Their own words will reveal what they tried to hide. Archangel Michael says a blessing is on its way that will ripple across multiple areas of your life. It may arrive as a single event, but its effects will touch your work, your relationships, your resources, and your sense of self. You will recognize it not only by the relief it brings, but by the way it untangles other problems you thought were unrelated. This is the moment to step forward with steady confidence. You do not need to announce your moves. In fact, silence will keep your blessing intact. Those who have been quietly monitoring your steps will be caught off guard when they realize they cannot anticipate your next one. That unpredictability is your advantage. In the spiritual realm, your name now carries a glow that was not there before. This glow irritates those who thrive in shadows, which is why you may notice certain people withdrawing or avoiding your presence. Do not chase them. Their exit is not loss, it is filtration. Heaven is removing those who would not celebrate your rise. Archangel Michael says, a final sign will come in threes. 3 sightings of the same number, word, or symbol within 72 hours. It will be so specific that you cannot dismiss it. When you see it, pause. This is your signal that the shift has locked in. Your future is being written in the present moment. Every step you take now will echo into the next season of your life. There will come a day sooner than you think when you will look back at this exact moment and realize it was the turning point. Others will ask how you knew what to do. They will wonder why you did not panic, why you did not rush, why you stayed so composed. You will smile, because you will know the truth. You were listening, you were watching, you were ready. Archangel Michael leaves you with this. You are not late, you are not forgotten, and you are not unprepared. You are stepping into alignment at the exact moment you were meant to. What is coming cannot be stolen, delayed, or diluted. it has your name sealed into it. Type Amen in the comments if you receive this final confirmation. Your agreement is the closing seal before your blessing appears.